You know, Coach Bennett has his philosophy, what he does, type of coverages he's run. He's had a lot of success with it. So you can see his influence on it, definitely. Still have a lot of good playmakers, a tough front, you know, good linebackers that can fly around and tackle. So it'll be a good challenge. I think they've played well in the first two games. The first game, late in the game, New Mexico State came back, but they had pretty much dominated that game throughout. And then obviously San Diego State had a couple long plays, but they've been a solid defense.
What are you seeing from JoJo Wicker, Christian Sain, you know, two guys that you obviously are pretty familiar with from the recruiting process, but what are you seeing from those guys that they've gotten older?
Yeah, they just continue to get better. I mean, they flash on film. Both great young men, enjoyed getting to know them through the process, and glad to see that they're having success because they do everything right.
What was the most frustrating, I hate to go back to it, but what was the most frustrating part of last year's game in Tempe?
I think just getting dominated in the field position area. I think we started 5 drives inside our 7-yard line and turned it over twice, had a safety, a bunch of stuff you can't do on the road against a good football team and win. But I think more than anything, just they dominated us in special teams and the field position battle.
If you have so many new guys on defense, do you think last year's going to get registered a lot?
I don't, to an extent. I think obviously anytime somebody scores 8 touchdowns on you, you're going to know about it. But I think they understand this is a new defense, 2 teams in a new year. So last year doesn't mean anything really.
How was Nisby health-wise? I know he was a little hitch and get along.
Yeah, he's good. I expect him to be full go. So I think it helped having the bye week. We were able to rest him a little bit and get him feeling better. And I expect him to be ready to go if we need him.
With as many backs as you played during that season, during the opener, do you think you would play that many backs over the course of the season, or are those guys competing where you kind of narrow that rotation down?
Yeah, we wanted to get everybody, as the game went, get everybody some touches and see how they played. And we have confidence in 4 or 5 of those guys carrying the football, which is good. Good to see them do it when the lights are on. But I could see as the games go on, people getting fewer touches.
Is that Sparky formation something else specifically your game plan given off their success last season?
Yeah, I think we've taken a long, hard look at that. I think after last year and the problems it gave us, that we've definitely had some focus on that, and hopefully we can do a better job of slowing that down this season.
Do you think a lot of their success in that just had to do with having young linebackers and guys that really weren't, sure what they were kind of doing at times?
That's what it looked like, but they've been effective against everybody with it. Just probably not to the extent they were that game. I mean, they gashed us every time they ran it. It seemed like. So hopefully we've improved in that area, and you know what's coming at some point during the game.
Manny Ramirez had a pretty good game as well. What stands out about him?
Manny Wilkins.
Wilkins, sorry. Ramirez.
Yeah, I think last year he probably played one of the best games we had played against us as far as accuracy and moving around, extending plays and not turning the ball over. I thought he had a heck of a game last year, and he looks good this year. I know they had a couple protection lapses here and there in the first 2 games, but he can get out, he can hurt you with his legs, he's an accurate passer. So I'm really impressed with him.
You guys kind of stumbled early in the Eastern Washington game. I know it's important to get off to a fast start in any game, but would it be more so against them, considering those struggles on the offensive line they've had those first 2 games?
You'd like to try and make anybody you play one-dimensional, so last week or 2 weeks ago, we weren't executing at a high level early. I wasn't calling a very good game early, and we didn't score like we needed to early on in that game. And so hopefully we've learned from that and can get going early and try to put some pressure on them.
What's really stuck out to you about their receiving core? Other guys are playing are all pretty young, but which kind of sticks out to you about the older?
Just size. They'll go up and make plays. Big guys and go and make plays. Talented group, even though they're young. I think talented quarterback, talented wide receivers, really good running backs. So it's a good offense, and we'll have to play a very good game to contain it.
So, if any update on DeLeon, is he playing football yet, or is he just studying?
He will not be playing this week.
Is he practicing?
We'll just leave it. He won't be playing this week.
Coach, I know you guys preach taking care of the football and getting turnovers, but how important is it this week with the success that Arizona State has had at scoring off those turnovers of protecting the football?
It's huge. I felt like that was the difference in last year's game, even though it got to be a shootout. When you give up a safety and then have 2 turnovers, and they don't have any, you're not going to win those games on the road. And preach that all offseason. I think our team understands that that's going to be huge in every game we play moving forward, is being able to win that turnover battle. And so hopefully we can find a way to get it done.
Anything else? So, how important is this game just to, I mean, it's kind of a dumb question, but, I mean, you played in Power 5 tournament game just to keep the good feeling going that you had after the opener.
Yeah, I mean, you want to always keep that good feeling going. We know it's a good football team coming in here. We know it'll take our best shot to beat them. It's a night game. We needed to be packed, needed to be loud, needed to be rocking. They had a great atmosphere last year, and so we hope all those things are going our way and that we can execute at a high level.
Nisby does a great job when we go good on good of running tough and lowering his head and things like that, like Balaj does. And Jay Stock, him and Felton and Trey King, they all do a great job of lowering their head and trying to get extra yards and things like that. So they give us a good look.
How much does last year's loss sting?
Excuse me?
How much does last year's loss sting to Arizona State?
I mean, last year was last year. It's a new year. We're excited to get a new opportunity to play such a great team and compete against some great athletes.
Where's some of the biggest challenge that a running back like Balaj brings to the defense?
I mean, he's just so skilled running the ball and, you know, out in the receiver position and things. So, I mean, he's a big back. He's fast. I mean, he's very powerful. I mean, he makes great moves. He can either run you over, or he can juke you and things like that. So, he's very unpredictable. But I mean, we just gotta prepare well this week and go get after it.
Wilkins had a good game against y'all last year. What does he bring to the table? What do you see from him as a quarterback?
He's a dual threat quarterback. I mean, from this year, since the first 2 games, he's been more of trying to throw the ball and stay in the pocket and protect himself more. But last year, you know, of course, he was jumping over guys and things like that. But he's a great athlete, and I mean, he has great receivers and great backs behind him to help him. And I mean, their offense is dominant just about everywhere. So we just have to get after it and play well.
What's been the biggest difference from linebacker core last year to this year, especially with the experience that they've gotten and some of the guys getting bigger?
I'd say the biggest difference is the knowledge. I think more of the guys last year was just kind of threw in the fire. Had a lot of young guys playing, but Coach Pav has done a great job of getting them in the film room and in the playbook and learning their playbooks and their plays and what they have to do and things like that. So, I mean, they're just playing fast now that they know the defense.
You kind of feel like that makes it almost a new game considering all the new guys that you brought in, and then obviously some of your old linebackers obviously have that knowledge now that they didn't last year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're playing a lot faster now. So, I mean, they're making their reads and they're trusting it now. And, I mean, it cleans it up for us on the back end as we try to fit off of them and things like that. So, should be better.
Talk about Wilkins' dual threat ability. If he does break it out, how much more confidence do y'all have as a defense, knowing you kind of already seen a dual threat quarterback and pretty much shut him down?
I mean, this is a new week. We definitely have to fly to the ball like we done last week. I think we improved in tackling, but we still had some plays where we let the last quarterback get out the pocket and things, which we didn't want to do. And, I believe that'll be another key point for us this week to keep him in the pocket and force him to throw the ball away or things like that.
As a whole defense, do you guys set any type of goals heading into the Arizona State games, considering how many points they were able to put up last year?
Definitely. We'll go over that later on today when we meet. And, they put a lot of points on us last year, and we know we have to improve in order to win this game and just give our offense a chance at the end.
Coach, you kind of analyzed their receivers. Who kind of sticks out to you there?
I know their outside receiver, number 1, I believe is Harry, I think his last name. He's a bigger guy, more physical guy, likes to just run into you and try to run you over and things like that. And then they have a couple slot guys that are more shifty and will run around you and can run the jet sweep and things like that. But just about everywhere they have playmakers.
You or any of the guys know Ryan Houston, since he's a Toledo guy from Metroplex?
Yes, I played him in high school. He's a great guy. I haven't seen him playing. I know I saw he was hurt for a little bit and things like that, but I think he should be back. And he's a great athlete that could do it all in the return game and on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we're not really sure how they're going to play us. They played the first couple of teams this year a little differently than they have than they played in the way they played us last year whenever he was at Baylor. But as with any week, any opponent, Coach King's going to put us in the right position to be successful. So it's just a matter of us going out and executing that game plan. Because, like I said, him and Coach Morris and Coach Jones, everybody, they're going to do everything they can to put us in a position to be successful. So, yeah, it's up to us at that point.
How did what they did the last week or so look different than what they did today?
Well, that San Diego State game was tough because they don't run very similar offense to ours. There's a few things that we can take from it. It doesn't seem like they're bringing as much pressure, maybe, I don't know, but like I said, that could change. They could come out and bring the house every play. But going back to what I just told Will, he's gonna put us in a position to be successful no matter what they do. So we just have to execute that game plan.
Nick, energy-wise, does it feel kind of like week 1 where y'all kind of back to full health, chomping at the bit a little bit, longer wait time?
Yeah, didn't really like the fact that we had a bye the second week, just because we played so well. You kind of want to keep that thing going. But, that's how the schedule ended up. Can't do anything about it. We definitely got better this past week with corrections and having an extra week to install this game plan. So, yeah, I'm just eager to get back out there this Saturday. So,
what were the things that from the opener, after you got a chance to really kind of dig into the film from it, that you really felt like you guys needed to correct or kind of fix?
Like I said, right after the game, we got to start faster. Our defense started extremely fast, a couple turnovers, 3 and outs. And we were kind of sluggish those first 3 or 4 drives. But, yeah, I think if they can continue to play like that and we can, find our groove a little earlier, I think that'll be beneficial for us. So.
What sticks out about their defensive line? Seems like they've got some good guys in that unit.
Yeah, they got a couple good guys. I trust the O-line. I know that was a point this off season, this summer, that it seems like they were getting a lot of flack for not being up to par last year. But with the addition of Coach B. Jones, he's gonna get them right. Studying the film all the time. I watched with him yesterday, and just getting those guys in the right position. Going back to the previous answer, he's gonna make sure that they're in the position to be successful. Where they execute or not, is up to them. But he's gonna make sure that they have a chance to do well. So.
Kind of a different perspective from last year's game. What did you see from the sidelines in that, and what was frustrating for you?
That was a tough game because I felt like we had a chance to really take the game over at numerous times. It just seems like we couldn't do it. I think we had a fumble recovery for a touchdown that got called back with a block in the back. That was a big turning point. Nothing that I could have done, nothing that Pat could have done either. It was just one of those games. The ball really wasn't bouncing our way. But like with majority of our games that we lost last year, we still had a chance to win it at the end. So, I mean, I'm excited that they have to come here this year. Obviously, the Jones is a very awesome place to play, especially at night. So, just ready for Saturday.
Protecting. Go ahead.
Nick, you said as an offense, you all just have to start out faster. That's the biggest thing you saw. Personally, what are the biggest corrections you kind of saw when you looked at the tape this week for yourself?
There was a couple balls that I was completing that maybe I could have hit something deeper down the field, and even a couple balls that I pulled on run plays and try to throw it a little screen to Kiki or somebody that maybe I can just let that ride, hand it to number 4, number 32, and let them do what they do. But there's going to be correct whether I went 10 for 40 or 40 for 40. There's always going to be corrections. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting back in the film room afterwards and sitting down with Coach Kingsbury and correcting what we need to correct and putting it behind us and getting better, moving forward. So yeah, hopefully this Saturday we can come out clicking on all cylinders.
So that's successful as Arizona State has been at creating points off of turnovers. Has the coaching staff or even Kingsbury expressed to you how important it is to protect the football this week?
Yeah, every week you win the turnover margin, you're going to put yourself in a position to be successful. And the defense stepped up and did a great job last week where they have 3 or 4 turnovers, and we didn't turn it over once. So any time you can win that turnover battle, it's like you can put yards and all that kind of stuff out the window. If you win that, you're at least going to put yourself in a position to win the game. So.
Is there any feeling of this kind of being a little bit of a payback game, knowing that you guys should have and probably could have won last year?
I wouldn't say payback. We are anxious to get out there, just along with the last year's loss, along with this bye week that we just had. We kind of wanted to keep it going. But I wouldn't say payback is the word. We're treating every game, like we have to go 1-0, whether we play Eastern Washington or whether we play Oklahoma or whoever the case may be. We got to prepare and go throughout the week like it's a win or go home game. And if you do that, you're putting yourself in a position to have success on Saturday. So.
Coach said Nisby's good to go for this game. What have you liked and seen from him from that Eastern Washington game that maybe he does different than the rest of the guys?
Yeah, we haven't had a guy like that really since I've been here. He's faster than people think, for one, and two, he wants to create contact, I guess. A lot of guys try to, make somebody miss, but Nisby is, whenever he gets the ball, he's looking for somebody to hit, which is a good mix-up. Obviously, you got stock that can outrun basically everybody on the field. And then you hand it to Nisby. It's kind of like a different type of running. So the variety that we have at running back right now with those two guys and with Trey King and Felton, I think we got some good guys back there, and keep mixing those guys in and take it from there.